Hey everybody! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Ariannitalagringa, and in today's video, I will teach all of you a grammar concept called partitive nouns. Let's go inside the grocery store and see what kind of partitive nouns we can find. Right now, I'm inside the grocery store. But first off, what is a partitive noun? Imagine you want cilantro. This is cilantro. You wouldn't say, I want cilantro. You would just say, I want a bunch of cilantro. So bunch is the partitive noun. It tells us how much of something we want. Now, I'm not individually counting the pieces of cilantro. This is just a bunch of cilantro. Another example of a partitive noun is with cauliflower. For example, instead of saying, I want cauliflower, you can just say, I want a head of cauliflower. And what happens if you want 2 cauliflowers? Well, then you would just say, I want 2 heads of cauliflower. So the partitive noun is head, and that tells us how much you want. So 2 heads of cauliflower instead of 1 head of cauliflower. Now I'm going to go all around this grocery store, and you guys will have to guess the partitive nouns of each item. Let's go. Now I'm in the bakery section of the grocery store, and we're going to play a little game to see if you can guess the correct partitive noun in English. For example, you can say, I want bread. I want bread, but that does sound a little vague because you don't know how much bread you want. How would you say, I want of bread? You would say, I want a loaf of bread. Loaf. Loaf is the partitive noun. Now what happens if you want 2 breads? You would say, I want 2 loaves of bread. Loaves. Loaf, loaves. Now let's say you want to buy pickles. How can you be more specific in English to say you want to buy these pickles? For example, I want of pickles. I want a jar of pickles. Jar. The partitive noun jar tells us exactly how much we're talking about. I want 1 jar of pickles. But if you want more than 1 jar of pickles, you would say, I want 2 jars of pickles. I want a carton of eggs, or you can say, I want a dozen eggs. There are 2 partitive nouns with eggs. You can say carton because this is a carton of eggs, or you can say a dozen eggs. And dozen is the partitive noun because it's being specific in how many eggs you want. There are a dozen eggs in this carton, so there are 12 eggs. This is a bag of chips. Bag of chips. Here in the United States, something that's really interesting is that in the grocery stores, if you see something that says party size, that means it's the biggest size of chips. So this is the party size bag of chips, and this is just a regular bag of chips. And this is not only for bags of chips. You can see the words party size on many different things throughout the grocery store. I am holding a dozen roses. Dozen roses. The word dozen is the partitive noun in this sentence because it tells us that there are 12 roses or a dozen roses in this bouquet. Now, if there is a variety of different types of flowers, you can say, I am holding a bouquet of flowers because there are different types of flowers and you don't have to be as specific. So, this is a bouquet of flowers. This is a bottle of water. Bottle of water. The word bottle is a partitive noun and it tells us how much I want. I want 1 bottle of water. This is a 6-pack of water. The partitive noun is pack, and it tells us the quantity or how much we want. I want a 6-pack of water, and that means I want 6 bottles of water because 6 bottles are in this pack. This is a of soup. This is a can of soup. Can of soup. My favorite fruit that I always buy at the grocery store is this. This is a container of strawberries. The partitive noun is container. You can also find a container of blueberries and a container of kiwi inside the grocery store. Partitive nouns help us measure or count things that we can't easily count, like liquids. For example, this is a gallon of milk. Gallon of milk. What would this be? This is a carton of milk because it's half a gallon of milk. You can also say this is a half gallon of milk. So there is a gallon of milk in my left hand and a half gallon of milk or a carton of milk in my right hand. As you just saw, there's a gallon of milk. That is the largest size milk that we have inside the grocery store. There's a half a gallon of milk, and there's also a pint of milk. And a pint of milk is just 16 fluid ounces. But you can also use this partitive noun with ice cream. This is a pint of ice cream. It's 16 fluid ounces and it's frozen liquid. You can also use a partitive noun, a tub of ice cream, but for ice cream, that's in a bigger container. This is a can of corn. Can of corn. So this tells us the amount or quantity of something we want. This is 1 can of corn, and now I'm holding 2 cans of corn. This is a pair of scissors. Even though this is just one singular item, this is a pair of scissors because there are 2 blades. So you can use a pair of scissors to cut paper or cloth. This is a box of cereal. Box of cereal. And here in America, it's very common to eat cereal in the morning. Let me know down below in the comments if you like eating cereal for breakfast. This is a stick of butter. Stick of butter. It tells us the specific amount of butter in this long, narrow block. This is 1 stick of butter, and in this package, there are 2 sticks of butter. This is a block of cheese. Block of cheese. It's a big chunk of cheese that you can use to cut it into smaller pieces, or you can shred it. I have 4 blocks of cheese in my hands. Since we're already inside the grocery store, can you guys tell me the difference between sharp cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese, medium cheddar cheese, and extra sharp cheddar cheese? Let me know down below in the comments. If you want to drink coffee, you probably wouldn't say, I want coffee. You would say, I want a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. This is a pound of ground beef, or you can use the partitive noun, a package of ground beef, because it actually comes in a package. This is a fillet of fish. It's a thin slice of fish without any bones, and they have different types of fillets of fish. They have cod, tilapia, and salmon. This is a box of cake. Box of cake. If this cake was cut into small slices, each slice would be called a piece of cake. This is a piece of cake. In English, you can also say something is a piece of cake when it's really easy. For example, learning English with Ariannita is a piece of cake. So that just means it's really easy. This is a bunch of bananas. Bunch of bananas. The partitive noun is bunch, and I'm not describing the specific amount of bananas I have in this group of bananas. I'm just saying that there are many bananas in this bunch. A bunch of bananas. This is a head of garlic. Head of garlic. It's basically the whole bulb of garlic. Now, if you peel off this white skin, you'll find several different pieces, and each piece is called a clove of garlic. This is a clove of garlic. This is a head of lettuce. Head of lettuce. This is a package of watermelon. Package of watermelon. There are 7 slices of watermelon in this package. I'm outside the grocery store and I bought a bar of chocolate. This is a bar of chocolate. Now, if I break this bar, then it would be a piece of chocolate. This is a piece of chocolate. Okay, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And remember, a partitive noun describes a quantity of something. Go ahead and give me a ton of likes, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!